Thought we had a good training camp call. I thought, we tweaked some things offensively. The guys are doing a good job. Cal and DeMar setting the tone. Offensively, buying into, more ball movement. And again, we're not, it's more of a hybrid. I want to make sure we understand that there are going to be situations where we're asking DeMar to go get us a bucket. Especially at the end of the shot clock. That's one thing you have to have that option. But they've done a good job of moving the basketball. I think it's evident in our 30 and 31 assists, I think it was, in the last 2 exhibition games. And, we want to stay close to that, keep moving the ball, keep attacking, finding teammates, and most of all, more than anything else, building confidence in 3 other guys on the court when they do take DeMar and Kyle out of the game, or they double team and blitz and try to get the ball out of their hands.
Given the quality of this team over the last few years and what this team should be, does the regular season become a build-up to April and May?
Well, again, we're a different team now. We got to develop a whole second unit, which is young. That's the question mark from last year. So our measuring stick is the playoffs. And again, we got to get there. I don't take that. I think one thing that we have to be careful of is taking that for granted. Winning 50 games, it's not a given in this league. I mean, you have to earn that. And I know it's easy to look at numbers and try to predict where a team is going to be, but it's not a given. So we got to first get there, and then yes, our measuring stick will be how well we do. And again, I still put a high premium on getting there first and make sure we don't skip a letter of the alphabet.
Hey, as a coach, how do you help avoid things like happened in Chicago yesterday with Mira picking Portage?
Again, as a coach, you want competition. You want guys to compete, to go at each other, but not to the point where you injure a teammate. And it's one thing to have an injury in a game or on your own or accidentally, whatever it is, but to have it at the hands of a teammate is difficult. And you never want that to happen. And you always preach have an edge, and I like edgy practices. I like, guys going at each other in practice, but then when it becomes physical and where an opportunity to hurt a teammate, that's where you draw the line.
You've had some feisty guys, Gary, Kevin, a bunch of hard asses.
Yeah,
how do you calm them down when it gets to that pitch?
Well, we've had some doozies in Seattle. I tell you what, some fisticuffs, and one that started on the court, went into the weight room, went outside, come back in, and it was a long one. And so I've seen those. But again, the good thing about that the people that were involved in that were able to come back together and bond back together, which is the hard part. You can't let what happened yesterday come into tomorrow or next week or next month, or hold it inside. That's the trick, and luckily in Seattle we had some of those, but guys were able to get back together and maintain team chemistry.
That would have been Gary and
anybody. No, and G's in town. He's in town, but it's good, because the good thing about sometimes you have that, as long as guys not getting hurt, is you turn back around and turn around on the other team, and that's what we got to be ready for with Chicago, and thinking, okay, they had a fisticuff or whatever, but yet and still it could be a bonding experience for that team. So we got to be ready for a feisty, hard-playing Chicago team, and we saw that the other night when we played them in exhibition, how hard they play, and something like this could be a galvanizing situation for them.
You guys are all competitors, but basketball sort of becomes secondary when something like what happened to Gordon happened yesterday. As a member of this NBA fraternity, how tough was that to watch?
That's very difficult, Josh, and seeing that, you hurt for the young man who has an opportunity to go out and play and help a team. His first game, and now he's out for a long period of time. You feel for him. You feel for anybody, and you feel for any coach, any president, general manager. Because like you said, it's a small fraternity, and you may be here one day, there next day, or whatever. So and we all know each other from other lives. So You know, and I'm sure it really bothers the Boston delegation just because they had high expectations for Gordon, and he'll bounce back. He didn't pass away. He's injured, but he'll be back, and with modern science and modern medicine, I really feel like they'll do a good job in getting him back. But you just hate to see it have a setback like that.